What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. And today, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, I'm going to be bringing y'all the first ever ankle breaking and speed boosting glass cleaning slasher build. And with this one, you are actually going to be able to shoot as well. The mid-range game is definitely going to be there. But before we get any further into the video, man, first things first, I just gotta say thank God for giving me this opportunity to be able to be a part of your lives, but also have y'all in mind. And honestly, I just want you to know that I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all have been going crazy. I just need y'all to know that I most definitely will continue to upload every single day, no matter what. I most definitely got y'all. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody who wants to join RGF, go ahead and turn on post notifications, but let's go ahead and hit that like button as well. Can we go ahead and get 50 big likes on this banger? Be sure to share it with your family and friends. And now let's go ahead and get into the making of this build. So the very first thing that you'll want to go ahead and do to make this speed boosting glass cleaning slasher is put it under the power forward position. Now this is going to be the key thing about this build, because yes, out of the power forward position, you're going to be able to make a lot more of bigs that are going to be able to be used like a guard. And I'm going to show y'all what I mean by that when it comes down to this pie chart. So you're going to be able to speed boost with this build. Go ahead and pick the one that's going to be blue and red, but with a little bit more of the finishing than the defensive. Now, when it comes down to the physical profile, I know a lot of people like to pick the first one, but if you want to switch it up, you can definitely go with the fourth one as well. Both of these are going to be really solid. It just comes down to the speed and which one you want, and I'm going to happen to go with the very first one, y'all. Now, when it comes down to these stats, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Just follow along. When it comes down to the close shot, we're going to go with an 89. Driving layup, instead of maxing it out, we're actually going to go with a 66. Driving dunk, this is maxed out at 91, and then when it comes to the standing dunk, 92 right there. And we're going to end up with 25 finishing badges on that side of the ball. Now with the mid-range, you can max it out at a 62 if you want to, but then you're going to have to make some other adjustments in the other areas of this build. So I'm going to go with the mid-range of 60. Then when it comes to the playmaking, I'm going to go with the pass accuracy of 67. Ball handle 61, and the post control is going to go up to a 73. Now, you could change any of these numbers that you like, but honestly, I can say 14 playmaking badges is not bad for this build. Now, when it comes to the defense, interior, I'm going to go up to an 80. Perimeter defense, 71. Lateral quickness, 69. 85 for the block, 85 for the defensive rebound, and 82 for the offensive. Now, 25 badges for the finishing, 1 for the shooting, 14 for the playmaking, and 23 for the defensive, y'all. I'm telling you, that mid-range game is definitely going to help you out. If you feel like throwing the mid-range into another category, you definitely can do so to get more badges, but this is going to be the best, most versatile way to make the build. Now, body shape I'm going to go with is going to be between built and burly. Then, when it comes down to this height, we're not going to go with 6'9 or 6'8. We're actually going to drop it down to 6'7, and right there we get a huge boost for the mid-range, which is nice. Then when it comes down to the weight, this is going to be another key factor of this build. For the weight, I'm actually going to go ahead and put this all the way down to the lowest, and you could go up to raise it if you want to, but 180 is going to be perfect for me. Now, with the wingspan, here is where things get a little tricky. So, if you feel like going anything under 87.0 or even the max, you definitely can do so. What I decided to do was make it to where we still get a 95 driving dunk and standing dunk and maintain at least a 60 and up mid-range shot. So, with all things being considered right here, let's go ahead and say that we do get playmaking takeover, which is definitely going to be a huge boost once you got it activated. That is going to put your ball handle to an 81. And right here, like I said, we will be able to get it. Also, going to be able to get the rim protecting, glass cleaning, and then the slashing. All of these, I have to say, are really good options to pick from. If you want a speed boost, go ahead and pick the playmaking takeover. And as y'all can see, we have made the first ever speed boosting glass cleaning slasher build that is going to be able to break ankles. But if you want to go about this a different way for the build, you can really make your own adjustments along the way just to be sure that you are making it exactly based off of your preference. Even when it comes to the wingspans, you could even change up some of these stats if you feel like going about it another way. For me, I can say that when it comes down to the wingspan, I really feel like it's going to be perfect as is, whether you max it out or put it to an 87. But both of these are really just based, really comes down to the ball handle and the shooting for me. But as long as you go with something that you feel comfortable with, I guarantee that everything is going to work out in your favor. But now we have a couple different things that we have to look at when it comes to this build. What is it going to be looking at 99 when you buy boost? Run with teammates that have floor general as well as defensive leader. And then once you get the +4 from 99, consider the other two things, that is +12 in total, y'all. So let me go ahead and start it up for y'all. +4 from 99. Then +4 from running with a teammate that has floor general and defensive leader, so +4 both to the offensive and defensive, which is +8, and then getting to 99, that +4 is going to be +12. So when it comes down to it, add in that playmaking takeover, you're going to be able to, one, break ankles, but also add +10 to the 71. Right there already, you're going to be able to be above an 80. And then once you add the boost and everything else, another +12, you're going to be able to speed boost on this build, which makes it even better. Then when you add boost into the driving dunk and standing dunk and close shot, all of these are going to be able to hit 99. Then for the defensive end, perimeter defense will be in the 90s. Same thing for the lateral quickness, block will be in the 80s. Same thing for the offensive rebound. And then when it comes to the defensive rebound, if you are running everything exact, your defensive rebound has the potential to be able to hit the 90s, y'all. So when it comes down to this build, being 6'7" and that mid-range game, you cannot forget about it. With a +12 involved, you're going to be able to hit somewhere in the 70s, and that is going to be a perfect amount of range just to be able to get a mid-range game on this build. That is why I say this is easily the best versatile glass cleaning slasher build that you're going to be seeing all year, especially when it comes down into consideration what this build is going to be able to do on both ends of the floor. Now for the shooting badges, I would consider catch and shoot, corner specialist, or even volume shooter. I'm going to go with catch and shoot just to be safe, but if you feel like changing it up, go ahead and do so. But now let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. So honestly, I love to run a couple of bronze badges on my builds normally when it comes down to the playmaking. The two badges that I normally consider are going to be bullet passer as well as bailout, but let's go ahead and start it off first with the most important ones. So I'm going to go with gold quick first step as well as gold triple threat juke. From here, I have 8 remaining. So another thing that I would really consider is going with hyper drive on either silver or gold as well as quick chain. Then for the very last two, like I said from the beginning, you could go with bullet passer, bailout, or even unpluckable. Or if you feel like dropping down the tiers of badges, you can go ahead and do that and then run one of them on gold, or even completely take off triple threat juke and then put these other tiers of badges in a higher category. It really comes down to what y'all want to do. But now let's go ahead and get into the defensive side of things. 23 badges to work with right here, which is really solid. For me, I'm going to go ahead and start it off with gold intimidator. Another one that I really enjoy, honestly, is going to be between this rim protector, and also you cannot forget about rebound chaser. But before that, we're also going to go ahead and add in chase down artist and clamps. Now we have 11 more remaining badges. I'm going to go with hustler on gold as well. Now I told you I'm going to throw on rebound chaser, so do not worry about it. For the last 5, these you can really spread the wealth if you want to go about it that way. For me, I would say that honestly, even having menace on is going to be a really good badge to consider. If you want to change it up, go ahead and do so, but I'm also going to add in interceptor on bronze. And then for the very last one, I would go with tireless defender on bronze as well. And this is something of the final setup when it comes down to the defensive side. Now let's go ahead and get into the finishing. We got 25 badges that we're going to be able to work with. So I'm going with Hall of Fame posterizer. Another one that pairs up with this badge really good is honestly, and I know this is a badge that not a lot of people consider, but I'm going to go with fearless finisher on silver, y'all. I use it on my main build, and I can say that the animations that it gives me when it comes to going for layups is honestly crazy, because it allows you to finish much better around the rim. Now also, I'm going to throw in limitless takeoff as well as slithery finisher. If you want to go to Hall of Fame on fearless finisher, you definitely can do that. For me, I feel like it's perfect on silver, but I'm actually going to upgrade it for now. 9 more remaining badges. I'm also going to add in fast twitch on Hall of Fame. You can go with back down Punisher as well if you wanted to, or you can change it up to even going with rise up, unstrippable. All of these are going to be really good, and then the very last one is going to be Lob City Finisher. And this is a setup that I'm running with: 23 defensive, 14 playmaking, 1 shooting, and then we get the 25 finishing. Again, I just gotta say thank God, man, for giving me this opportunity to be able to be a part of your lives, man. It just means a lot to me. I truly just need y'all to know that I appreciate y'all, I love y'all, and I thank y'all for everything. So, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family, go ahead and turn on post notifications, but do not forget to hit that like button, y'all. Can we go ahead and get 50 likes on this video? Be sure to share it with your family and friends. And last but not least, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.